Hello to my wonderful subscribers. I've managed to get my hands on these. These are Angelina Fibers and I'm going to show you what they are and how to use them. This is what the Angelina fiber looks like when it's bonded. It's absolutely amazing. I have over 300 videos on my YouTube channel, so don't forget to subscribe. So my pack of Angelina Fibers came with all of these different colours. They kind of add sparkle and an iridescent look to your projects. I'm going to be using my Angelina Fibers on fabric, but you can also use them on paper crafts too. Let me show you a bit more of a close-up of what this Angelina actually looks like so you can see. And you really do not need too much to create a project with. And I've seen this where people have put also like little scraps of fabric really finely cut up, as well as bits of thread and possibly, I guess, ribbon. Angelina Fibers come in so many colours. I'm not paid or sponsored to create this video, by the way, I better just say that. They come in so many different colours. I'm in Canada and I managed to find Angelina Fiber at a sewing store, and you may have to go online and search for Angelina Fiber. So Angelina Fibers are heat bondable. I'm going to demonstrate the Angelina Fibers on a Teflon sheet. These are my Teflon sheets and they're exactly the same as what you would use for cooking and baking. I just use mine in the sewing room. You are obviously going to need an ironing board before you do this, so I would get your ironing board out, put your Teflon sheet on top of that. Now you can use the same Teflon sheet and fold it over if you're not going to be doing a lot, or you can just use one sheet and then put the other sheet over the top, which I am going to do. So you can just use one colour of Angelina Fibers, or you can mix them together to create a blendable kind of colour. Angelina Fibers will only stick to itself, it will not stick to anything else. So if you do want to make it fusible, I'm going to use this product here. Like I said, I am not paid or sponsored to create this video. This is a product called Misty Fuse, and it is a fusible web. So I have cut a small piece of Misty Fuse and I'm just going to have it just laid down on top of my Teflon sheet. And I'm going to get some pink and white of my Angelina Fiber out of the bag here, and you don't need a lot of it. A little bit will go a very long way, and you kind of want to spread it out. I'm going to spread it out onto the Misty Fuse, and I'm going to get like another colour here, and I'm going to start spreading some more Angelina Fiber out, and I kind of want to cover that Misty Fuse completely. It's a little bit like wire wool, or like, do you know, like the gift wrapping that you get and you put it in a gift bag. Just want to make sure that it's all spread out nice and evenly. Might do a little bit more pink. It is very sparkly and I am going to enjoy working with this. Push that back in. In my pack it didn't come, like there wasn't a great deal of it. I have seen them in bigger bags and they generally come out of the States. Put that all back in there. We're going to get our iron all ready, and we're going to make sure it's nice and warm. So you can turn your iron on. If you don't want to use the Misty Fuse like I did, you can always just press it, let it adhere to itself, let the Angelina adhere to itself, and then you can just sew it straight on to your project. I'm going to take your other sheet of Teflon and place it on top. Then we're going to wait for the iron to warm up. Then just hold on to the Teflon sheet, and then you're just going to stroke across. You could just do strokes across, bonding that Angelina fibre. It really doesn't take much, and then you're going to lift that layer up like so. Then you should be able to take that Misty Fuse up and lift up all of that Angelina fibre that we have pressed down. Now, have you seen how iridescent this Angelina fibre really is? Trying to get a good sheen on here. So let's say that you were wanting to do a landscape quilt with water. Wouldn't this look amazing? Or let's say that you wanted to do a flower, or even better, if you want to do some like dragonflies and you really wanted to make them wings really iridescent, then this is going to be a great... It turns into fabric. You see how it's turned into fabric? So you're going to have to remember which side is the Misty Fuse is on and which one it isn't. I think you can clearly tell when you're actually looking at it, but you can't see it on this video, unfortunately. And you're going to be able to stick this back down, or you can stick it into place using thread. If you don't want to use the Misty Fuse like I did, you can always just press it, let it adhere to itself, let the Angelina adhere to itself, and then you can just sew it straight on to your project. And let's say you didn't use the Misty Fuse like I did, you should be able to fold it in half and then fold it in half again to make it much more thicker. So can you see how you can't see through that now? Whereas if it was all opened out, you could see through it. So that's another way of making it thicker, is by folding it in half. Obviously you don't really want to use that Misty Fuse first. Do it without the Misty Fuse. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to show you how a project working with this Angelina fibre. Let me know in the comments down below if you've actually used this for a project. Thanks for watching.